Hi, this is Greg McIntyre, and this is my show, 1 Million in 1 Year. And I should change the name maybe to 100,000 in 1 year because the markets the last few weeks have been really rough. Even though the Dow has shot to record highs, some stocks have really taken a beating in addition to digital currencies. And that was one of the things that I was very hot on. So, I've had a lot of mixed emotions here over the last few weeks. I've been waiting on the markets to turn up, and it's not as bad as it sounds or seems. And I imagine a lot of other people out there can identify with me that they may have taken a beating in the markets too over the last few weeks. So let me tell you about what my trades have been, how I think I've minimized my losses, and the positive things that I think we can take from the market the way it sits today. So there's been some announcements on regulation or taxation that could affect the top portion financially of the population. So what that's done is you've seen a lot of equity, a lot of people that own have a lot of money in the market pull out of the markets to cash in on the current lower capital gains rate, because it's rumored that or proposed right now that the capital gains rate will be increased on the top percentage of the population, so of wealth holders. The problem with that is it doesn't just affect that top percentage that's pulling money out. It also affects myself and others, right? Everybody, because the markets go down. For example, digital currency, I would say I've lost a quarter of the value in my digital currency over the last couple of weeks, most of it in the last week. That's been very concerning. That makes me very confused, very anxious, and and I'm trying not to act reactively. So when we act reactively, that's the same as everyone else is acting. So if we can learn how to interpret how people are going to react, we can thoughtfully act and invest properly and know what the market's going to do based off what people are going to do and how they're going to react. So there's, a lot of wealth's been pulled out of stock, tech stocks especially, and also out of digital currency. Well, that just so happens that's where I have a lot of eggs in those baskets. But what that can tell me, what that tells us or me, is that it's time to invest in those markets because they're down right now. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the other digital currencies that are popular, some of the altcoins, they're 25, 30% off right now. So if you can, put money, equity into those investments, then, my thoughts are the people that have pulled their money out, they're going to go right back into those markets with their money, and then they'll just be facing the music of higher capital gains later. They're just going ahead and cashing out those capital on the lower capital gains now. So I think you'll see those monies quickly flow back into those markets. So I think it's time to take advantage of digital currency right now. Bitcoin's a steal, Ethereum's a steal. Those are solid underlying foundational currencies that I think will rise. In addition to Tesla, I think is extremely undervalued. Will be $1,300 by the end of the year, $3,000 by 2025. Riot Blockchain is a stock I've been hot on. It hit $60 a share a couple of weeks ago. Now is down in the high 30s, maybe 37, 38 right now. And it kind of fluctuates along with Bitcoin because that's a lot of what they do is Bitcoin mining and some other digital currency deals, and that's their entire business. So Riot Blockchain, RIOT, I think is a steal right now. Airbnb's down. There's a lot of tech stocks that are down. That as the country opens back up, and as money's flowed back into the markets, they have no choice but to go to some of those stocks and back into those markets, and they'll be, everyone will be able to purchase those stocks at a discount. So I think one of the things a down market can tell us in certain sectors is that there's discounts in those sectors. So there's a discount right now on tech stocks, except for Apple. Apple has fared well and is definitely up right now. There's a discount in digital currency right now. So right now is absolutely the time to buy. When they say buy the dip, right now is the dip. So there's a certain dip right now. I'm going to move some of my monies in stock over to digital currency right now to go more in on digital currency. I'm also moving some other monies to move in weekly into digital currency and stock. So in my quest for 1 million in 1 year, there's ups and downs. And admittedly, whether 1 million in 1 year is a reasonable goal or not, it's not. But it's still my journey to learn how to invest, how to roll with the markets. And I wonder, around the corner, a lot of people are predicting a bear market. So in a bear market, and that scares me too, but a bear market is the opposite of a bull market where everything's running up, everything's running down. And, can you make money in a bear market? Yes. You switch to using shorts and limits to limit your liability on those shorts, as opposed to buying stock and then using trailing stops. So and you can use trailing limits as well. So I am extremely excited and a little bit trepidatious, I guess, but certainly excited to continue on the journey and the adventure and to continue to build my portfolio in stocks, digital currency, and real estate. I think that if we head into an inflationary market, which also is rumored to be around the corner, but maybe in the next year or so, and more of a bear market, real estate certainly becomes that asset that you want to hold that will appreciate and ride through those markets, while if you hold rentals, will also give you a great rate of return on your rentals if you set them up right. So all of these markets and their changes present opportunities, and I plan to explore and exploit those opportunities and learn more as we go. So tune in to 1 million 1 year. It's my show this year in my journey as an everyday non-financial advisor who holds no real estate or financial licenses whatsoever, to manage my own retirement and portfolio. I've taken a certain amount of money and put over there, about $150,000, that I'm growing right now. I am still up on the year, even though I'm probably down 25% across the board in stock holdings as well as digital currency. I didn't lose that money. The value of those stocks and currencies simply decreased by that amount. So that has certainly given me a lot of emotional experience in going through that and trying to be patient and waiting through this period for things to come back, while trying to say, what is this telling me to do? I think that it's telling me to put more in those areas because the value of the currencies are on sale and decreased, when I believe strongly they'll come back. So anyway, if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me, whether you see this on Insta, LinkedIn, or Facebook, or any other media channel. And I would be glad to go back and forth on my thoughts and yours. So I learn from people all the time. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.